Our next speaker is the President and CEO of U3O8 Corp. Please welcome Mr. Richard Spencer.
U3O8 Corp is a resource exploration company that's growing very, very fast. It's a company that increased its uranium resource 40 million pounds in the last year. And I don't know of another company of any size, any uranium company, that increased its resource of anything like that size. We're focused on South America. The uranium resources are in Guyana, Colombia, and Argentina. And in addition to the uranium resources, those same deposits in Argentina and Colombia also have vanadium in them. And the project, the particular deposit in Colombia, also has phosphate and rare earths in exactly the same deposit. So not only do we have the uranium resources, but we have a resource in a bunch of other commodities that we refer to as green commodities, commodities that are used in the in wind turbines and renewable energy, as well as in agriculture. And what I would like to do today is talk to you firstly about the projects, secondly to talk a little bit about the markets of those three principal commodities, what drives those markets, and touch a little bit on the company valuation, and then end up on our growth profile for 2012 and our plans for 2012. And in order to do that, I will be making forward-looking statements. Now, the company maker is the Berlin project in Colombia. This is a project that we acquired 2 years ago, and within 20 months of acquiring the project, we came up with our first resource, 43101 resource classification on this project of about 20 million pounds of uranium. And we were allowed to make that very quick progress on this project because of its geological continuity. And that is one of the unique things about the Berlin project, that the uranium, vanadium, phosphate, and rare earths are all contained within the same sedimentary layer that's bent into, it's folded into a sort of U shape. And those diagrams labeled 1 to 4 are just slices through the 21 million pound resource. And the layer that contains the uranium is marked and shown as a red line, a red sort of U-shaped line on those diagrams. It's that predictability and that geological continuity that makes this deposit particularly special and allows us to build up a resource very, very quickly on it. And from that geological continuity, we expect to be able to continue to grow this project in the short term. And why we think that we will be able to grow the project and grow it to a very big uranium project of 70 to 80 million pounds is because that green area that's shown in the central part of this map, we know that the whole of that 10-kilometer trend has the same uranium, vanadium, phosphate mineralization in it. The resource that we've defined, the 20 million pound resource, is shown in the yellow area in the southern part of that trend. And the question is, how can we get the market to recognize the size potential of this project as quickly and efficiently as possible? And what we've decided to do is have huge step-outs in our exploration drilling. On the diagram on the right, you'll see 5 little triangles on there, and the southern 2, just above the yellow area, are drill platforms where we're drilling right now, and these were on 600-meter and 1,200-meter step-outs north of the resource area. And we plan to do even bigger step-outs in the next month or so. And what this indicates is from those areas that we're drilling in the south, we are intersecting right now exactly the same type of rock that we identified in the resource area that contains the uranium and the phosphate and the vanadium. Not only is it exactly the same kind of rock, but it has the same levels of radiation that we see in the resource area. And we also know from the northern area of the property that that mineralization exists because we've done trenching where it comes to surface. So this project is potentially huge, 70 to 80 million pounds of uranium, and in the short term, in the next couple of months, we're going to be demonstrating that to the market through that exploration drilling. In addition to that, we'll also be doing some resource drilling in just increasing the yellow area up to the north. So not only is this project big, or potentially big, but it's been regarded by the market as a black shale deposit, and there's some negative aspects to black shales in that it's a little bit difficult to get the metals out of that particular kind of rock. From our drilling in Berlin, we now know that it is absolutely not a black shale deposit. It is a different kind of deposit. And furthermore, our own metallurgical testing, we've done extensive metallurgical testing, shows us that we can extract the metals. The same process that we use to extract the uranium also pulls out the vanadium and the phosphate and the rare earths. So the Berlin project, the takeaway from it is that it's potentially very, very big. It'll be one of the bigger uranium deposits around the world. It is simple to extract the metallurgy, or extract the metals. We crush the rock, we put them in the solution of ferric iron and sulfuric acid and extract the metals. It's a very, very simple process. In terms of valuation of this project, our metallurgy has shown that we can extract enough of the vanadium and the rare earths and the phosphate to more or less pay for the mining and processing and extraction of the uranium. Now, from that yellow area on the map, we already have 20 million pounds of uranium. And the price of uranium at the moment is about $50 a pound. $1 billion of free value in this project, and we've only just got started. U3O8's market cap is about 50 million at the moment. That's on one project. The second project that U3O8 has is in Argentina. And this thing couldn't be more simple. It's in a semi-desert environment in the southern part of the country. It is, the uranium and vanadium there is located in flat-topped mesas, and it's in a layer within about 3 meters of surface. And the critical thing is that the gravel is soft. It's unconsolidated. So we just scoop out the gravel with a back actor, put it over a screen, and the uranium vanadium is in a fine-grained mineral that just passes through the screen, and it gets concentrated in the fine material. And then we use alkaline leach, and we've done extensive metallurgical testing on this. We use alkaline leach, which is basically bicarbonate of soda, to extract the uranium and vanadium from that fine-grained material. It could not be simpler. There's some changes going on in Argentina at the moment, and this is in Chubut province, which has a mining ban in it at the moment, an open pit mining ban. And our information is that the provincial government, the Chubut provincial government, plans to lift that mining ban over specific approved projects towards the back half of this year. So not only is it an exciting project because of its simplicity, but it's in a jurisdiction where the rules are changing. The third project is located in Guyana, an English-speaking country in South America. And this is a project that has the same characteristics, or its peer deposits around the world are big deposits, typically 60 to 130 million pounds of uranium, big deposits. We are about to release a resource update in the next couple of weeks that will bring us in at somewhere between 15 and 20 million pounds of uranium. And that is on 4 uranium-bearing veins out of 10 that we've identified. So we've got 6 veins that are just waiting in inventory for resource drilling when we decide to do that resource drilling. We've got exploration that's ongoing at the moment to find additional veins to put into that inventory. And the reason that we're not drilling this area to increase the resource in 2012 is just to manage our cash flow during these pretty rough markets. If the markets were different, we would be pushing this project ahead. But I think the takeaway from this is that we've got three principal projects, and we've got a lot of flexibility to accelerate and decelerate the programs. But the critical one is Berlin in Colombia.